Hey guys, hope you had a happy Thanksgiving weekend, because I sure did. The Arctic V12 showed up from Horizon Tech, and before I jump into the nitty-gritty, I picked it up at loadupvape.com. I got the $27.99 kit, which is the .1 coil pre-installed and the .3 coil pre-installed. So it's a 25.5 millimeter tank, so it's a smidge bigger than the Cloud Beast by 0.5. It's got a 5 mil capacity. It's made of stainless steel and glass, so if you have a vape pen, you might want to plop that on just to be sure. It's a big, clunky, heavy tank. Top fill, triple airflow at the bottom. I'm going to review each coil independently, and I'm going to give you a breakdown on what's in the box and how to break down your tank at the end. So if you want to skip to that, if you just want to see that, be my guest. It's got a Derlin drip tip. But the only thing I don't like about that is the drip tip on the bottom is 510. I would rather this be the one where it has the insert. We could plop the insert in and make it a 510 if you want, so you have the option. I'd much rather have this be a full giant chimney. You know, that's just the wattage wars. That's how I want it. So you also get a gold-plated 510 connector at the bottom. So now, without further ado, I have the .3 coil in right now. The .3 V12 coil is a dual triple stacked coil. So all of them are going to look like this. The two I got actually look like this. It's the 4 with the stack on top. You know, they're stacked on top of each other. So it's very reminiscent of a TF-V8 coil, as you can see. I'll break that down at the end and show you, my friends. So this coil is recommended at 100 to 160, which that's just the recommended. You can go higher. They say you can go up to 200 on them, and I believe you can because this is a 150 watt vape. What you're getting out of that, or what I've gotten out of the juice that I've guzzled into this tank, is you're getting super tasty big clouds. My only gripe about this thing, it does seem to heat up a smidge faster on the .1 coil. It's a little bit faster than I like, which isn't terrible. You could still chain vape it, but I found like the Limitless and TF-V8, it handles the heat just a smidge better. So, I mean, you could take this all the way up to, it's rated 160. I could take it up to 181. And you're still getting respectable flavor, and the cloud is pretty outrageous. So, it's the airflow is great on this thing. I've been vaping it at around 120. That seems to be a good sweet spot for this thing. That's why I like the .3. I like it at about 120 watts. And it will destroy your juice, but all these tanks destroy your juice, so no worries there. What I want to do is, I just want to slap in the .1 coil. Okay, so I got the .1 installed on this now. That's the one it is going to come with. This one, the wattage is a little bit higher. It goes up 20 on both counts. It's a minimum 120 to 180 rating. I found you really need to bump this up. This isn't a coil you're going to want to vape at 90 watts because it's not going to give you that performance that you can get out of some of the other ones. This one needs to be ramped up, which I have no problem with. So this is a minimum 120 vape, and I'm using the Fuggin Tardy Pan, so it's 80-20. See, at 120, it doesn't even feel like it's hitting you yet. So this is going to be the coil. If you really love high wattage coils, this is going to be pretty good. This is a 160 watt vape. Still tasty, still cloudy, but this is the coil that gets hotter on you. So I think I'm going to stick with the, I am going to buy more coils for it. I'm going to stick with the .3 coils. They seem to mitigate that heat a little better. But you can go, this is a 180. I'll do a 200 watt vape because I think you just have to on a coil like this. It's still tasty. So it's overall it's a great tank. It's great airflow. The coils are very good. The taste is very good. 5 mil capacity is just where you need it to be. That's basically become the standard for most of these cloud tanks. I'm gonna Now, this only goes up to 2, this mod, so I'm not going to hit it more than that. What I will do is, I will do another video where I put all 3, the Limitless, the TFV8, and this against each other, and I will have it up to 250. So it did get a little hot, but overall, this is a great tank. This is right in there with the other tanks for the wattage cloud machines. So it's and the price isn't bad, $27.99. You know, that's about average for these tanks too. So I think I seen the RTA kit on the other tanks. I think you can get it for like 38 to 40 bucks if you want the RTA. It's available on that. You know, if you could buy it separately also, which I may do. So what I want to do is I'm going to dive in. I'll break this down for you. You can see what it's made of and come back. Okay, so quick unboxing before the breakdown. You're going to get your extra coil right here, which is actually, that's the original pre-installed coil, but I have the other one and I want to wick that up, vape it so I can review that when I actually break this thing down. So what you're getting here, they give you an extra glass, and they give you an O-ring kit, which I've already used one O-ring because I took the coil out of here, fell out, and it was lost forever. But this is what your coil is going to look like, right? So V12 coil, stacked on top of each other, normal wick channels. They do look an awful lot like the TFV8 coils, and they're the exact same dimensions. Exact same bottom thread. The only difference is you can't use these TFV8 coils, and I'm sure they did this on purpose. It's because the TFV8 coils have threading inside, where these do not. And this just slides into an O-ring and compresses instead of a full screw down like the TFV8. So you will not be using TFV8 coils in this. You can probably modify it, but do that at your own risk. There's your scratch and check. I don't recommend fucking mutilating coils to fit in other tanks. Just go buy the coil. So there you got your fill instructions and a QRF. Cutesy little box. So you want to take this thing apart now. Unscrew your top cap, and you have juice fill holes in there. There's your chimney. Now, the only thing I don't like with this, when you take it off, it is a 510, which is cool. I kind of like that where you have the option for the adapter. This does not. It's a bottom 510 style tip. So I would kind of like the full flow because that's holding back the airflow just a teensy bit. There you would have your adjustable airflow, which I can't adjust because it needs to be on the mod to adjust. Mine's just way too tight. So there's your coil. That's the one that would come in the box. This is the 0.3. The 0.1 is on the table here. You can see it's the exact same V12 stacked coils. So you also have your well, which is plenty deep. You felt like pull part of your finger in there. And that has a standard pin at the bottom, connector pin. Standard 510 at the bottom. So if you want to take this apart, you might need a little piece of rubber to help you with the grip because I couldn't get it. I needed that before to give me that little extra. I think I got that with that one vape. I think they sent me a couple pieces of rubber. Now to take this tank apart, fairly simple. That's it. You would push this out, and that's it. And your tank is in pieces and ready to be cleaned. So it doesn't get much simpler than that. So I'll put this little guy back together. We'll go finish this review. Sometimes it wants to be tough to put back together, sometimes not. It's being nice there. So pretty simple tank. It's basically like everything else. And that's it. We'll go back and we'll finish this damn review now. Okay, so it is super cloudy in here. My whole apartment is super cloudy right now, but that's okay. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, there'll be a big head down there. That's me. You can click that. That's cool. I like when you do that. And there'll be a little red banner, of course, the whole video. You can click that also. So appreciate it if you like the video, you want to share it. And I'll be back soon. I'll figure out another tank to review for you guys. And hopefully you have a nice week. And I'll hit you up midweek just to, I want to do a shootout with these guys. So thanks again. I'll see you later.